plasma webs have attached themselves to the Latka Center in St. Petersburg, Russia. Are they harnessing the energy that is in this building? Is it possible that plasma is a intelligent life form, that it is like some type of a species? And I think it's highly probable. I think it's really possible. And I think CERN has a lot of interest in plasma. Not just normal, everyday occurring plasma, but the other type of plasma, the dark plasma. So how could plasma be an entity? How could it even be a life form? How could it be, you all? Have you thought about that? I think that there's been lots of studies on it, and there is a theory that circulates around the internet, and it's still circulating today, that sometime in the future there will be a plasma apocalypse that occurs. The plasma will just flow in. Even though Earth has a plasma sphere all around it, could something cause more plasma to come in? And we've saw plasma lightning, how it, once it strikes, it comes from lightning strikes too. Lightning strikes have plasma in them. And at times when lightning strikes poles, telephone poles, electricity lines, it literally, you can see it traveling down the line, and as it goes, pops transformers like that. Pop, pop, pop. It could literally, a plasma apocalypse, or too much plasma coming in from lightning strikes. They have so much energy, they could knock down the grid. They could do worldwide power outages. But this plasma right here, this web plasma, it was attracted to the light on this building. And have you ever wondered why there are so many mirrored buildings? Why is there? Why do they have to put mirrors on buildings? Is mirrors like a portal? Do they offer like a portal to some type of entities? Interdimensional entities that can't be seen with the naked eye? Yeah, they do. They really do. So let me come over here. I hope I'm recording you all, because I don't have this on the main screen. I'm just looking at my OBS studio is what I'm doing. Let me skip this right here. Yeah. Hello, Applebrooks honey. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so we've got this plasma, and I'm going to show some of the pictures that I screenshots that I captured. Let's look at some of these right now really fast. So I went over there and I thought, what on earth is that? I thought, you got to be kidding. Is that plasma? And you can see how bright the sun is right here. It's extremely bright, and this is perfect. It's perfect. It's set in a position where when that sun goes down, boom, the light hits it. And you can see as it's going down, it's what it looks like. This is in St. Petersburg, Russia. You can see it's starting to form. What was interesting when it gets on there, we're going to watch the live webcam. As it like pulsates, you can see the lights flicker as it pulsates on the building. So I've took some screenshots of it so you can see right here. Look, there's even more too. They're forming all around. They're drawn to this portal, this mirrored portal right here. You can see they, yeah, it's literally, it's an energy, it's like an energy magnet is what it's like. An energy magnet, look right here. And there are people who know that mirrors are portals. It's pretty cool looking. It really is, if you think about it, how cool this looks, this plasma on this building. And that's a very aesthetically pleasing building in St. Petersburg, Russia. It really is. It's very aesthetic. It's kind of, Gothic-like too, you all. And I'm not one for Gothicness, but look at that. It looks like that building's on fire with plasma at the bottom. It does. It's all around it. I've never seen plasma on a building like this before. I've seen the plasma show up outside at times in certain countries on their high efficiency plasma lights because it attracts the plasma, and the plasma literally multiplies and it opens up portals. But look at that, you all. It looks like it's on fire. Let me bring this back to me. I've got that right there. Let's just do the screen. I want to see our mirrors portals. Let's look at this. Can mirrors act as portals? So you can see right here, mirrors can act as portals. You know, it's like, who is it? Snow White, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, how the lady says, let's look at this, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror. You can see her. She's looking into the mirror. This ugly woman. She looks into this mirror and she sees into the other dimension right here. She goes, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? In the mirror from the other realm. Right here, you are the mirror from the other realm. It speaks back to her. And she thinks she's absolutely beautiful. She thinks she is it. But she's not it. She really isn't. She's not it. And she gets upset when she finds out that Snow White, after Snow White was born, she was it. And so she seeks to get rid of her. She seeks to put out her light. You can see Snow White right here. You can see at times fire coming out of that mirror. And the mirror would tell the truth. Okay, we've got that. And then if we go right here, I'm going to put this here. Mirrors as portals. It is said that if you stand in front of a mirror and say her name 3 times, she will appear to you and attempt to cause harms. No, I don't want to do that. So is a mirror a portal? They don't bring bad luck or attract evil spirits, but you refer to them as saying whatever. Our mirror is a portal. So why would they even have any of this information on here if there was not even the slightest hint of a mirror being used as a portal? So can mirrors be used as a portal to the spiritual world, or, now this is where we want to look, a parallel universe right here, a parallel universe? When mirrors were first invented, many people regarded them as a tool to communicate with the dead and send messages to the spiritual world. Mirrors are also used, okay. I'll just click this in here because it did. And I'm not going to read too much into it because I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff. I'm not. I don't play around with spirits or anything like that. So, right here. So, no, I'm not going to look at that. I'm not at all. But why do the buildings have mirrors on them? That's the question that you can see the Lakota Center right here, the live webcam. And I'm going to put that in here. We're going to look at it. And it's the 4th state of matter. And it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool if you like to study it. It's really cool. So let's flip this around just to the just screen so you can see what it looks like without being on the OBS studio, because we're going to watch it on that OBS studio where you can see it better. And it's in St. Petersburg, Russia, and this is a live public webcam that they have that documents this. So let me put this back to me right here. We can do it. We're going to watch it. Let's get it right over here to where it starts really coming out. When the light first starts hitting this, we're going to look at it. We can look at it on a 1.5 speed. I think we're good to go. Boom, we're good to go. If I get this thing right here out of the way, and I'm going to get it right out of the way, right here, so you can see the light from the sun is starting to hit this building right here. This center is a massively tall tower. There's something over there way in the far corner. Let me see if I can put myself over here. Look over here right above my head. You see that light right above my head? Why is that a light right there in the sky? Right center above my head. Okay, let me get back over here. And right below me, it looks like there's a being looking out through a portal in the sky right beneath me. So let's look at this and let's watch this, y'all, because it's pretty cool. It really is. Oh, wow. So this really is the first time I've seen. You can see the lights right now. They're already doing their little flashing. But when the plasma gets on there, I've got this at 1.5 times the speed. I want to see when the plasma starts to jump on here. It only stays on here very, very briefly, is what it does. Hello there in Windsor. Well, Christine Honey, Christine Mott, there's a camera. They got a camera attached to something, and it's quite possibly, it could be windy there. I don't think they're having earthquakes. I really don't. Looks like there's possibly a storm on the horizon there at that center in St. Petersburg, Russia. Okay, now we got the light starting to form down here on the building. Right next to me. I can point to it. See it right there. It's starting to form. The opening is starting to form. You. My nose is itching. Oh my gosh, my nose is itching. Somebody is talking about me, and I sure hope it's really good. We could zoom up on that building if you wanted to. We can get an even closer look, because there's really nothing happening on the other side. But if you would like a closer look when that plasma starts forming on there, we can do it. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it, Christine? Should we zoom up closer before the plasma gets itself attached? There are no other buildings. This is the main attraction in St. Petersburg, Russia. And, you know, they got that great big old tower. And with that tower, they zoom. That tower can harness energy. It's like that Nicholas Tesla. His thing, whatever he had, is kind of what it's like. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we got it right here, you all. We can watch it. It's okay. It's starting, you all. There it comes. Can you see it on there? It's starting to form right there. So this must be sometime in the evening, since the sun starts going down in the evening hours. The plasma is starting to form on here. Let me do something for a moment. Let me pause this for one moment. This let me put it at normal speed, because normal speed is fine because it's not really on there that long. Let me make it a tad bit bigger. I apologize, you all, for me doing this while you're on here, but we want a really good view of this plasma. We really do. Let me see if I can push the button now. Push it, Gina. Oh, I'm gonna push it, you all. We got it right there. Let's move this over a little more so you can see this plasma forming. And it's I think it's harnessing the energy off that building, because it's acting as a portal too. It's drawing that building, literally drew that plasma. I've not seen it do that ever before on this building. I don't know what the weather conditions are there in St. Petersburg. It could be rainy, it could be wet, but that's beside the point. It really is. This is starting to form on here. It's at a semi. It's trying to get to a semi-solid state right now. It's a little bit translucent, but once it gets a little semi-solid, it will begin to be able to replicate and make more replicates of itself. Is what it can do. It has the ability to replicate and reproduce like other life forms. So let's watch it because it's happening, you all. It's moving. It might. Okay. We got one semi-solid strand coming right now with this plasma. So it's really getting the energy off of this building. It really is. It's harnessing it so it can become more solid. Is what it's doing. It's very mesmerizing looking at it. It's trying really, really hard because it's very intelligent. You can see it's becoming more semi-solid. Like an orb, yeah. Okay, it's got it now. The light is coming through, you all. That sun is hitting it perfectly. So it can harness the energy and become more semi-solid. It's massive. Really, if you look at that building, look how massive that plasma web is on there. It's a gigantic being. It really is. It's gigantic. Lots and lots of energy. It looks like if it can stay there, if it could become even more solid, it could grow in strength. It's like the other dimension is what it is. It's interdimensional, but yet it's in this dimension. It probably would love to fully manifest all these plasma webs, plasma entities. It's really very fascinating. That sun has, whoa, it's hit it just perfect. To harness that energy. I could see it doing that. I think that, well, I know that this building right here, all the lights that are running down the building, they are plasma lights also because they can change into these beautiful colors. They're high efficiency plasma lights. So those plasma lights are like literally all the way down that building. Where am I at on here? They're all the way down that building on both sides. You may not be able to see it right now, but they are all the way down. And they're different colors, but not right now. But they will. They'll change them at times, and they're beautiful. It looks beautiful at night when it's all lit up. So this building is loaded with the plasma gas, and it's the fourth state of matter. And it knows it's only got a very, very small window, because once that sun goes down, that light, that portal on that building, it's going to shrink, and that plasma is going to be no more. But what if, I wonder what if that plasma, when it goes off, what if it has been able to make itself solid enough to, when it does go out, to just literally blend right in to the other dimension, and we into our dimension, and we wouldn't see it. It would change its state. It looks like it's kind of fading also. And when it starts to fade, the other replicas that it made of itself, they cease to exist, and it tries to use the remaining energy to hold itself together because it doesn't want to lose its main body. It's fading. It's fading. Boom. It faded that fast, you all. It can't get enough strength, but then look what happens. Yeah, we're going to see what else happens. It's trying again. It's still trying to hold on. It will fight back. It will struggle to try to maintain some of that. I'm trying to get my house shoe. Get my house shoe underneath here. I'm having a hot flash, and I got these house shoes that have, like, you know, they're insulated and make me have a hot flash. Yeah. Okay, I think it's done struggling. Yeah, let me come over here, you all, because I'm going to see on here where that is located. You all can still see it. Okay, because it's we went from this state right here. It does look so cool. Right there, it went to right there. You can see it. As I hover over it, you can see the small part of it. That's what it went to, like that. It looks like it looks very magical. It does, mystical. And it does. It's an otherworldly entity is what it is. See, I can be on the other screen, and I can move this on here. For it to do that. And this is the normal speed. So if we were to come over here, you can see what it looks like over here at nighttime in Russia, at the St. Petersburg. Yeah, it's twirling. I apologize. I really do apologize. But the plasma jumped off the building, you all. That's what it did. It jumped off the building. It had enough energy built up that when nighttime came, that's what happened. You can see it. It's all here too. Look how much it has replicated. I want to try to catch it. Oh, I went too fast. I gotta go slow. If I can catch it again. Right there, you see it? It replicated. It harnessed enough energy to, I guess, hang on until nighttime came. And you may say, it's just water on the lens. No, it's plasma. It really is plasma. And look at it on the other end. Let me see if I can put this here, because I think part of the screen, I am in the way over here. I'm going to get myself out of the way up here. It is, it's going to town over here. And you know, all of the different type of industries who were interested in plasma, DARPA was one major entity who wanted to invest in it and study it, because they know that there's energy in it. It's going wild. You know, that energy over there in St. Petersburg, in this area right here, it is wild. Let's see if I come back over here. What else is down here? See if it gets any more intense, y'all. This is a beautiful building at night. See all those lights? They're plasma lights. And I have a video on this webcam, this YouTube channel. that it's all about plasma. I'm going to try to catch it. I really do. I want to try to... I'm trying to get it. Boom! Isn't that... That is really pretty, you are right there. Look at all of that plasma. Look how much it is replicating. There must be storms. There must be lightning in the skies above, plasma lightning, because it packs a lot of energy. The atmosphere must be really heated up. Look how high it's literally reaching. All these points on here, all the different points on this plasma. Oh my goodness, my nose is... Something is causing my nose to itch, you all, and I don't like it. Oh, I really do not like it. Oh. Look at all of these peaks. And what happens, these peaks right here, little extenders, if they get enough energy, they extend their feelers out and they grow even more. They'll grow even more right here. Even more is what they'll do. Let me push this back here, you all, if I can. So there's plasma at this center right here. And it's wild. It is, how many stories is that Lakata Center? I think that Lakata Center is really, really high. Okay, it doesn't last all night long. It stops. You can see something happens and it stops. It didn't show up anymore after that. That was it. Right there. And then it just settles down. Just like that. But we can go back and we can look at that one plasma because it is wild with the sun going down. See if we can get it, you all, because it was neat. We can come over here, catch it one more time while you're watching and while I'm watching right here. So it starts right there. The portal is open. They got to get the plasma. They do. Nature spirit, you are a wild child. Well, it's probably best if you just say that, oh, Gina, you got to push that button. Yeah, I got to push the button, sorry. It's probably best to say that you might be a free spirit. Do you think you're a free spirit? There's a lot of people that are a free spirit. Yeah. So we can watch that on this building. Whoo! There's 4 states of matter. We'll look at that. I will put that in here too because I've got that pulled up on here. That energy. So could you imagine CERN? They don't want that energy. They want the dark energy, the dark plasma. That's what they want, dark matter. They want dark matter. And the energy that it holds. Makes you wonder how someone's energy would be if they were near it or under it. Yeah. Don't know. It's bound to be spiking. I mean, you could probably have your instruments to measure all those electrons and stuff in the air. Spiking. You know they got instruments like that. But it's like it created a portal right there, and they're literally centered around it because that's the direct that's their hot point right there. Hot spot to get all that energy. And again, I put the link to this in the description of this video right here. It's a public live webcam. available for the public to view, and they're getting more live webcams every day all around the world. People putting up their cameras, and if you put up your camera, well, you can let the world watch you at your own home and stuff like that, you all. But this right here, it's fascinating. The way it's moving. Yeah, I don't want to look at it, you all, because it's too mesmerizing. It is mesmerizing. Christine, honey, you making people smile on here. You're shocked at the people who see it and are blind. I don't get, but I'm okay. Oh, namaste. It's okay. It is. It's all right. It really is in the big scope of life. Well, if the grid went down, there would be no plasma on the lights. I would think there wouldn't be. Even though it's a gas, it's like an invisible gas. Isn't that something? It's invisible. How can it be like an invisible gas, but yet the lights make it certain colors? That's what's kind of interesting. And they take on that color. No, it's not just a lens refraction, or refraction. It's something much greater. The air is literally, it's plumb full of plasma. And I bet if we would go over to the lightning strikes, we'd probably see stuff, but it probably wouldn't. You won't see the lightning strikes in Russia because I think they're not participating in the lightning data that is being studied by NASA and other entities. Like right here. Let me pause this right now. We got that plasma right there. Let me keep this on me. But yeah, let's put this on the screen. Let's look at this the lightning, if I can, the lightning map, and see if it is what's happening over here. See if it's still, yeah, it's still wild. It's still going wild over here, you all. The lightning strikes from all over the world. It's like a non-stop. That's how much energy's in the air, and it really does look like a battle taking place in the skies above with all these lightning strikes. Let's look. This is the last 24 hours right here, and it's showing all the data areas where you can see the lightning, where it's being picked up at. So I would say the air is pretty supercharged, making it a prime incubator for all this plasma, these plasma entities. Look at that, United States. You got it going on there. You got it going on in Europe too. Wow, look over there by the right up here, you all. It's massive. It really is. Even areas who may not have rain, they got the lightning going on. They really do. This literally has been going non-stop since I first started documenting the lightning. Non-stop. But it's literally heating up, and because CERN is heated up. CERN is going 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. CERN is piping out the energy and probably sucking up the energy and heating up the atmosphere. Look at that. That's not normal. It's not normal at all, you all. But it's our new normal right here. It's wild. Like that. Totally wild. And this is data that is being studied. Let's put this on here. Well, I don't want to put that on there, you all. They don't like for me to put that on there. They don't at all. Let's see what I'm showing on here. I'm stuck here in the lightning strikes. That's what I'm stuck in, the lightning strikes over here by Barcelona. Oh, can I do this? I can do this. Look over here. This is a main hotbed right here too. Can I shrink that? I'd love to shrink it, but I'm not. You all just got it going on. Wow, hotbeds. I don't know what's going down here. Whatever is over there, you all. We got these islands right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this off that window. Is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put it back over here to this right here, and I'm going to put it at that one spot where the plasma starts doing its thing. Like right there. Right there is what I'm going to do. And for those who said, what is plasma? So let's look at this. What is plasma? Management of Information Technology. Plasma. Let's read about it, you all. How did I get up there? My nose will not quit itching. What is plasma? Let's put this in here for you all to go look. You can look at this on your own. You can. We can put it down here. And we can save it right there. What is plasma? Plasma is superheated matter, so hot that the electrons are ripped away. This is what's happening at this area right here. Plasma. Right there. This plasma is formed by the electrons. They are so hot, they're ripped away from the atoms, forming an ionized gas. It comprises over 99% of the visible universe. Plasma is often called the fourth state of matter. All right, that's fine. Okay, that's what it did. Now I've got to stick this in here because it went to that, you all. I am so sorry. This keeps going to different places. So now I've got to put that in there since that popped that page right open from a scientific point of view. It is superheated matter so hot that the electrons are ripped away from the atoms, forming an ionized gas. It comprises over 99% of the visible universe. In the night sky, plasma glows in the form of stars, nebulas, and even the auroras that sometimes ripple above the north and south poles. That branch of lightning that cracks the sky is plasma. Boom! So all of this is plasma. Plasma everywhere. You just heard it from a scientific point of view. Plasma all over the place. And it's so hot that the electrons are ripped away from the atoms, forming an ionized gas in the upper atmosphere. Okay, we got it. So that branch of lightning that cracks the sky is plasma. So are the neon signs along our city streets, and even like the neon signs, these right here, the beautiful colors right here, that's plasma too, right here. Ionized gas that form the beautiful colors, and even at nighttime and stuff. So, so is our sun, the star that makes life on Earth possible. What is plasma? It's often called the fourth state of matter, along with solid, liquid, and gas. Just a liquid will boil, changing into a gas when the energy is added. Heating a gas will form a plasma, a soup of positively charged particles, which is ions, and negatively charged particles, which are electrons. Because so much of the universe is made of plasma, oh my gosh, its behavior and properties are of intense interest to scientists in many disciplines. Oh my goodness. Importantly, at the temperatures required for the goal of practical fusion energy, all matter is in the form of plasma. Researchers have used the property of plasma as a charged gas to confine it with magnetic fields like CERN, and to heat it to temperatures hotter than the core of the sun like CERN. Other researchers pursue plasma for making computer chips, rocket propulsion, cleaning the environment, destroying biological hazards, healing wounds, and other exciting applications. So that is plasma, you all, right there. So yeah, that's what they got going on with the plasma. Let me put this back to me. And let me see if I can bring this image back over, because I think I've about said practically everything. We got plasma at the Lakta Center in St. Petersburg, Russia, is what we've got in St. Petersburg, Russia. And it's the fourth state of matter, and it's real. It's so real, this plasma is, and it's intelligent. It has the ability to replicate itself and to become, it can go from translucent to semi-solid, and if it's really, really lucky, it's going to turn into a solid state, and it will give birth to other plasma, which we documented on this YouTube channel. Documented it giving birth to other plasma. It literally, let me show you all. We got it on here. We're going to go look at the birthing of web plasma. It's going to be a little short video. It's on this video list, you all. We can look at it. We really can. Let's make sure I got myself over here. If I can go to my YouTube channel, let's see this birthing of web plasma. It's really cool. If I can get over here to it, because I want to. I got to do the playlist. And you can see I've got playlists right here. Got playlists. I want to see the plasma down here. Where is all that plasma? Oh, it doesn't want to show up on this one, y'all. Let me put it back to here. I got to go to my studio to pull out the playlist. Let me do it. We can do it. We can come over here and I can take you to the plasma, web plasma right here. And this will show all the plasma. Look at this, you all. It's literally attached to the building in Dublin. But we want to get to the birthing of web plasma. Dublin had a ton. And, you know, we've got a scientific explanation to what is web plasma. And Roger from Mud Fossil University, he gave a wonderful explanation as to what is web plasma. Yeah, right here. So the web plasma giving birth to dark matter. So we're going to click into that right there. Let me push this back to me.
I've lost 97 pounds with Noom.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute it. Okay, here it is right here. You can watch it. So you see that crawling out underneath there? That plasma built itself a web, and it became solid enough to give birth to these clumps right here. And these clumps is like dark plasma. And they look like clumps of dirt that literally crawled out from underneath it. Oh my goodness, I gotta sneeze. There it is. Okay. It's having contractions right here. And when it does, it causes more plasma to literally manifest from the other realm. And this webcam that I documented it on, as soon as I released this video, it wasn't but maybe not even a week, they took that camera completely down. You may say, Gina, that's a spider's web. No, it's not. It's plasma. It literally gave birth to dark plasma. It had contractions and it crawled out from underneath is what it did. This is the short version of it. The other video is a longer version. I tried to get it to where it was going to start coming out. Okay, it's going to crawl out again. Y'all see it just crawls up like that. It literally invisible to the naked eye, but the cameras pick it up. I'm looking at that like that. I wish they wouldn't have. That was one of my favorite. I really wanted to go back and get more footage of this plasma giving birth, but they took it completely down, is what they did. Let me push this back to me. So that was one of the videos right there of web plasma. But then if you look right here, I'm gathering the web plasma data. That was 27 minutes. This right here is the full video, the birthing of web plasma. Right there you are, the birthing of web plasma. It is literally, it can replicate, is what it can do. Totally replicate itself, y'all. In that video right there, my hair is wet. It's not good. I called it black matter. Okay, let's see if we can get into this. If we can click this URL, we can look at it just ever so briefly, and then you can go look at it yourself, is what you can do. And this is what happened. This is, see it crawling up on it? This was in Dutchland. This camera, literally, it was a moving camera. It would pan to certain locations is what it would do. This is the footage that I had to put together. It literally went like this, and it weaved a web. This plasma did. I think I got it sped up. You can see it's like replicating right there, even more. It got itself like this. See, it's got some crawling up it. There were so many of them crawling up it. That's if you want to go watch it. Oh my gosh, yeah. That you are. I'll tell you what. Wait. Let's watch. Let's see, because this is really neat. You can look at this. See, that's not a spider right there. That's not. That is web plasma. It is a solid entity at this point. It literally it made this web right here. And it's going to get really big because it's going to expand its body, is what it's going to do. It keeps reaching out, is what it's doing. Yeah, Jay Jocelyn, honey, wasn't that wild? This is literally one of the wildest videos I've ever done. I have not since documented any more birthing of this plasma, the dark plasma that came out, because it just wasn't happening anymore, you all. This is really scientific data right here at its finest from the live webcam. It's a public live webcam. And they made that camera unavailable after that video right there. And this video actually got shadow banned. You see how it did it? It's making itself bigger. It wants to get its body. It wants to get a big body. It wants a body, you all. That's what it wants. It wants its body. So it can start giving birth. See, look how massive you are. This is no joke. This is not a joke. It literally is bringing in plasma from the other dimension. It's like a parallel world is what it did. Don't ask me how it did it, but it did. It's clumps of like dark matter and stuff. It just kept doing it. And doing it and doing it. I didn't get a good feeling from that type of matter right there, because I just didn't. It was very strange, and this is like, I think this is around 2 years ago. I was just absolutely so fascinated by it, and I'm thinking I've never seen anything like it. But the plasma, high efficiency plasma light, they literally allowed it to harness enough energy to where it became, look, even when it's almost semi-solid, it still was bringing in more dark plasma from the other dimension. It was still birthing it, is what it was doing. You can barely see it in the background, but this was literally a course of a couple hours is what it was. It went on and on and on. So, you see how big that one was? I just thought we just seen that, you all. I think I was dragging the film. Yeah, you can see I was dragging below the film, the recording, to pinpoint. Look how massive that is. It brought it in from the other dimension. It gave birth to it. It allowed it access into our world, is what it did. And these lights are all over the world. See, that's not... It's like, what do you do? What do you do with that? What do you do with that data? Is what I'd like to say. What do you do with it? Let me stick this right here. Because you may not, even if you go to that, you may not even find that video in here. Because a lot of my videos, YouTube only goes back so many days, so many months to where you go search and you have access. I just put that in there. That'd be one that you might want to look at. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the web plasma is a really intelligent. It's extremely intelligent. Feeding on young people, well, that's not very nice to say. It really isn't. Because I don't think it'd be a respecter of persons at all. Yeah. Yeah, so this was a live webcam, is what it was, and I am going to go, you all. So this plasma is real. It is. And it's the fourth state of matter, and CERN loves plasma. So does DARPA. It loves plasma too. So do a lot of the military branches and scientific entities from around the world. They love plasma. They like to study it. They want to harness the energy. And the Earth has a plasma sphere around it too. Yeah. All of my stuff is backed up. Okay, I've got it all. I've got it all. And then some. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. And again, that information like that is not meant to get out. That last video you saw, that literally was like shadow banned because of what it was documenting. It was documenting another realm that was existing outside of the perimeters of contained environment. So it's not contained. The plasma on this building right here, it's not a contained environment. It's not. It's loose. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. Thank you for coming here and being interested in what I'm sharing. I do like to come on here, and I like to find things and share because it's exciting. Good night, everyone. Love you.